Hello everybody, this is Purge, bringing you guys a first-person replay commentary. This is a scrim that I played, I believe, 2 nights ago. I was not streaming or doing anything like that while I recorded it, so I figured I would go over it and talk about mistakes and stuff like that. So I'll probably do a lot less player perspective and a lot more like over free camera directing, looking around the map. So you'll probably get some spoiler stuff as I click in the upper right, and you'll see like how long the game goes. But if you don't want to see that, just try to close your eyes whenever I announce it. So. Couple life updates. Yesterday, the Rayman tournament videos went up, so if you guys didn't check those out yet, make sure you do, because I thought they were pretty cool. I'm going to slightly speed this up, by the way. Alright, close your eyes, close your eyes. Wait, shoot, I can do this without... Wait, maybe I can't. 2 times. Alright, I'm putting on 2 times speed for the drafting. Anyways, the Rayman videos went up yesterday, so if you guys want to watch the tournament, you can. It was the video I posted yesterday. It was me and Lumi versus Jesse Cox and Gerard the Completionist. Pretty cool videos, and the whole tournament actually ended up really nice, and I thought all the videos were actually really fun to watch, even if you haven't played Rayman before. Pretty basic platformer. From the gameplay I saw, the platformer aspect looked pretty cool, but we played like a mini game thing, so go check that out if you want. This is also the first video that I've technically made since I've been home from E3. E3 was really fun. Not E3, sorry, PAX. I was at PAX. PAX was really fun, met a lot of really cool people, and had a really nice time at the after parties, and yeah, flew back Monday morning, and then I've just been kind of taking care of a bunch of different stuff the last couple of days, like the Rayman video release and stuff like that. There's a lot of extra stuff to do to that video. I had to like render it, and then I had to post it and do annotations and all this stuff. Totally worth it though. Anyways, let's talk about the game a bit. Dota's pretty cool. I don't know if you guys knew this or not. I'm planning to stream after this most likely, so if you guys are looking to watch something immediately after this video, have no fear, you can watch my YouTube videos, and I'm bored of drafting, so we're going to put this up to like 8 times. So, do not want to watch. I don't understand drafting extremely well currently, and depending on the metagame, it really varies a lot in what teams are playing or whatever. I was playing with Blitz, myself, and 3 people that I didn't know, against 5 people that I didn't know.
Radiant team pick.
Yay, band picks, hooray.
10-5 reserve time.
I did end up playing to support this game, as you guys I'm sure can tell from the title. It is a Jakiro gameplay. Oh yeah, that's why I was like, why did he pick Jakiro? But it's because of the combo with Darkseer. The Darkseer Jakiro combo is pretty strong. You can always vacuum on top of the ice path. He accidentally random Draw Ranger there, if you guys are wondering why the synergy is not quite there. That would be why. So Draw Ranger was not an intentional pick.
Dire team ban. Radiant team pick.
Storm ban, man.
10-5 reserve time.
Their last hero was
10
Tidehunter?
5
Way off.
Radiant
Close your eyes.
pick.
There we go. Maybe I'll just free camera this whole game. I don't know. Maybe I will. We'll see. I don't know what that was for. I think they banned the Storm. He made an agreement that they wouldn't ban Storm or something like that, and then he ended up still banning Storm. Ah, so smooth, so smooth. Anyways, we'll talk about support a little bit before we get started. I guess I can just watch myself until then, or I can do player perspective, I guess, until then. Am I in Jakiro? Okay, I am. Oh, my frame's choppy. Okay, there it goes. This has just been the start of the game. Anyways, I am quite confused. There we go. Alright, now it's like actually controlling myself. That was like a weird bug or something. Anyways, so starting off, there's 2 supports generally. One of them is purchasing Observer Wards and Courier, and the other guy is purchasing usually like a Smoke and a Sentry Ward, or they can just get Sentry Wards. It's very important that somebody gets Sentry Wards though. If we take a look at the Rubik, for example, he currently has Sentry Wards and Regen, which is pretty normal. The off support isn't always going to have enough regen, so I just picked up a Tango and I got the Smoke as well as 1 Clarity. I've seen a lot of supports in pro games go for just 1 Tango and just 1 Clarity. If I haven't prefaced this, yes, this is more like Scrim information, by the way, not so much pub information. You can obviously apply all these principles to pubs if you guys are interested, but you don't really have to. So we're basically moving towards the bot lane to just make sure that we spot out the off lane, and it is going to be a solo off lane Windrunner. We checked her items. She has 2 Observer Wards in her inventory, which that means that she hasn't placed any yet. So if I can just contest her from placing wards is a good thing, because it should be able to guarantee that we don't have to worry about dewarding. So I put an Observer Ward down there. That's going to spot out the off lane to see where she's going at all times. And now I want to go place an Observer Ward to cover probably my mid lane. It's sometimes nice, especially when we're not against a tri lane down here. We don't really need both wards on the bot lane because it's unlikely that it'll get ganked until the mid shifts over, actually. If the mid shifts over, our wards would not catch that, but if I go and put a ward on the high ground by the Ancient, the Radiant Ancients here, it's going to cover our mid lane from the Radiant supports, which would be a Visage and a Bane, which is actually pretty scary for a Timber Saw. So if I put the ward there, it's not only going to cover the rune spot. It's pretty obvious that I placed it there, though, is the only downside, because I walked past Vision of Puck, but I also sapped a little EXP. But the important part being that there's a ward covering my mid lane. So usually I don't bother to put a ward all there. If I'm just playing a pub, I'll almost always just place it on the bottom rune area. I'll usually place it like right here on the opposite side of this large camp. Or if you want to, if you're lazy, you can put it here, or you can put it here, or whatever. But basically, I just wanted to make sure that I'm going to cover the mid lane. My pull was actually not quite good enough. I think the block area is somewhere like right here, something like that. So usually when you pull this, you pull it straight down because I think the range is a little bit lower. Like the block area is about here, something like that. So it's a little easier to get them outside of the stack range. But the reason I had to come from that was because I just came from the mid lane. So unfortunately, I didn't get the stack, but that's not a big deal because I can just pull from this wave into the medium camps. So normally, in a dual offlane setup like this, I'm going to go back to free camera here. I wish there was a hotkey from that. That'd be kind of nice. Normally, in a dual support setup like this, one hero is spending their time contesting the EXP range, and the other person is pulling. The thing that the Windrunner is doing really terribly right now is getting EXP, which I guess doesn't matter. There's no creeps down here anyways, but she should be trying to get excuse me, as much experience as possible. And thus far, she hasn't done anything to do that. She literally has been sitting at her tower, and this is a symptom of somebody that has probably played offlane a couple times and has fed enough where they're scared and terrified of feeding anymore. Like, for example, she has an observer ward right here. She can see that there's a support over here, but it's not really that bad for her to trade. Like, what is she doing? She literally just went to the secret shop to kill a tree so that she'd have a juke spot later, and she bought a Ring of Basilius as well, but no longer coughing, but here I am sneezing. I mean, she has 0 EXP so far. Neither of our supports have had to put effort into trying to scare her away, basically. So she's not really accomplishing very much. She could be standing right here right now getting experience, which is exactly what she should do. She has an observer road over here, so she can see if we end up pressuring her, but I mean, she hasn't accomplished anything yet, and it's a big mistake. It should force at least one of your supports to go contest the EXP, and thus far both of us had literally just pulled. So there's nothing for me to do for a bit since the pull-through was successful and the creep wave died, so I'll just stack a large camp in the meantime because I'm waiting for the medium camp to respawn anyways. So important to do stuff like this while you're playing support. As a support Jakiro, a lot of people like grabbing Dual Breath at level 1 now. It kind of depends who the offlane is, but I kind of agree with this. Dual Breath is much easier to land and does a lot more damage than Ice Path. Ice Path does 25 magic damage right now, which is very low, and you spend at least the stun duration from casting the dang Ice Path. So it takes quite a bit to land an Ice Path, especially if you don't have a setup. We do have a Rubik, so we do have a setup, but it's still a bit tough. Another thing that we could be doing with our time other than pulling is actually, I have no idea what this guy is doing. Oh, he was checking to see if the Windrunner is stacking Ancients. We recently saw that she was level 1, so he was probably figuring that she was stacking Ancients, which was actually happening. Downside is that they actually have pretty much 0 heroes that are good against Ancients, so this isn't really a useful spending of Windrunner's time here. So he would honestly be better off going to the small camp and jungling, like right here, rather than sitting in the offlane like this. So again, you pull the creeps through. The little trick that Fluff told me at least was essentially you attack this creep and you pull it this way when the sum total of the HP of these creeps reaches about 600. Now this is different depending on what creep is there because some creeps have more armor. For example, the Centaur has 4 armor, which means that his 600 HP is different than the other ones. But basically, you can kind of force things along a bit faster otherwise. What is this guy doing? Why did he do that? Okay, whatever. I pulled the creeps together. I'm killing more ogre camps. I've picked up level 3. Drow still has free farm. And in fact, she's able to pick up a Hand of Midas here. Windrunner is still not getting XP. There's vision over here. He literally can see. There's no reason he can't just stand here. He should stand here. If we come to harass him, he walks away. Rinse, repeat, you get a little experience. But since then, he has literally gotten no EXP. So he's definitely losing the offlane big time. Our Darkseer, for example, is level 5. We have lost a tower, but it's not that big of a deal because I'm sure our GPM is actually pretty comparable. And with that jump down, they're going to get a gold advantage. But I I mean, our EXP is going way up, and yeah, that's really where we're winning really heavily right now. So Windrunner's going to juke around. I was going to attempt an Ice Path, but he ran the opposite way. So I was hoping he would try to juke left. Didn't work out. I should have thrown the Ice Path when he was maybe here. We might have been able to get the kill since I had a level 2 dual breath. But might have been tough. It's hard to say. Here comes the Hand of Midas. A bit late here, but we got a Midas, no big deal. I think he's talking about my ward. I didn't even see him type that while we were playing. Missed that one. So a couple things about the state of the game right now. Again, our hero levels are in pretty big advantage. Blitz got a kill mid with Puck. That's something else that we definitely could have done as the support, is we easily could have just smoke ganked towards the mid lane. We could have got a Rubik lift off, hopefully, and then we could have followed that up with an Ice Path. We maybe could have been able to kill the Puck. We probably should have tried to do this earlier, but it doesn't really matter that much because Blitz, of course, is not missing any last hits, and he has a lot of farm, so no big deal there. Kind of an interesting skill build here. Well, the Timber range is actually really big at level 2. That's not bad at all. I didn't actually think they were going to get this kill. I thought the Nightmare was a bit of a waste, but it worked out pretty nicely. So Rubik's going to end up dying here. I'm still pulling and contesting the bot lane. I've picked up level 4. I've got all this bonus damage from Precision Aura. And if we take a look at the game, like I said, we're 1-1. We're very equal. They have a tower up on us, but that's not really that big of a threat, in my opinion. This could be a kill, maybe.
Dire's top tower
Although he does have boots.
Attack.
I'm again stacking large camps. I don't know if this one worked. It looks pretty good. Now, how the hell did that not stack? The creep wave is literally right here. That was really peculiar. That seemed like a perfect pull, and it didn't work out, so... It's kind of a fun thing you can do with Drow Ranger that we did this game. He's got a couple levels of the Precision Aura, so we're just going to like stand here and attack the triple large camp. The wave is slightly contested on the bot lane because we did spot the Lifestealer. I'm going to go back to player perspective, I think, since I'm not directing my camera properly, but... Basically, it's kind of fun to kill the large camps with dual breaths and fade bolts and all this stuff. I would be surprised if this is more EXP than the actual wave itself.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And nah, I don't want player perspective anymore. So we're actually losing bot tower at the moment. We'll shift over here. I kind of wish we would have curved around the back. Alright, the Lifestealer wanted to kill me. This Lifestealer stayed for so long.
Took you down enough.
For so long. I was really honestly confused why he was there for so long. He abandoned like so hard.
Radiant's bottom tower has been denied.
I was really sad about that. I was so sad. I got him with the Ice Path, and then we weren't able to do the damage. The Puck showed up at just the right time. We didn't have wards, which is part of the reason, and I think the Drow Ranger asked for wards at this point, but... He has wards. I'm sitting on just a boots. The Rubik has 2 deaths and 2 assists now, but getting picked off down there, that triple kill. I thought we were going to get the Lifestealer, honestly, but it didn't work out. So kind of weird for him to actually spend that much time ganking on the bot lane. Like, I understand that he was going to go do stuff, but... and get kills, but it was very peculiar for him to actually go gank the bot lane like this. I feel like the game keeps lagging whenever I switch player perspectives. Why is this happening? There we go, and now it's back to normal. It's like the game takes time to like figure out whose player perspective that it wants to watch. Something weird like that. Any support should pick up a magic stick pretty fast, by the way. One thing that I could criticize the Drow Ranger for right now is that he's actually farming in the jungle, and there's a really open lane on the bot. There's obviously no ward protection in this area, but the benefit is that Yeah, somebody can get free XP, because it's a pretty safe spot. There's a lot of vision on the mid lane, there's a lot of cover on the mid lane as well, but there's no reason the Drow Rangers should be there. The Drow Rangers should be taking the farm and the XP that I'm taking right now. Because, honestly, Jakiro doesn't really need it. And I always, like, don't know how to react to situations like this, because I'm like, well, there's an open lane down here. Why is the carry not farming this? I'm a freaking Jakiro. Like, I should not be, like, the one sapping the EXP, but I don't want the EXP to go to waste, because EXP is really precious, especially when you're a support hero. So instead, I just said, whatever, I'll sit bottom, and I guess I'll get last hits. So this is going to power level me a little bit as the support. Normally, you shouldn't be getting this EXP. You should probably be, like, dual roaming, like me and the Rubik could get together, for example, and, like, try to make a gank somewhere with the smoke. But this is like me every time that I get a smoke, honestly. I literally purchase a smoke and I save it for like 30 minutes until I finally use it for some shitty reason that's not actually very good. Pretty common for me, so. Anyways, I picked up level 6. At this point, I could grab my ulti. I decided to go for the max dual breath, max ice path build because both of the abilities, I believe, are really strong. Macro Pyre can be useful, but I'm not really that close to an Arcane Boots, so I don't really feel like I have the mana to be able to go for that build. So, Catapult still on my CS here. It's also very important that if you're a support that you do get the last hits, because if you're not getting the last hits, you're wasting a lot of potential from you sitting in the lane. And again, I've been farming this space for a very long time, and the fact that that Drow Ranger still hasn't showed up is really bad. She should be recognizing that my farm is not nearly as important, and therefore she should be here grabbing CS, so whatever. I'll just keep lasting into 9 and keep control of the wave. Eventually I'll hit level 7, and then my dual breath will be really strong, and I should be able to teamfight pretty well. So this is something that people talk about when they talk about how Navi plays usually, because, for example, Kuro is an extremely good non-support player, and he's also a very good support player. And then there you go, Drow shows up, so I'm gonna leave now. But Kuro's an extremely talented he's like used to playing like carry and mid roles basically in the past, and now he's playing support for Navi. So what they usually do for Navi is that Puppy takes a lot of sacrifice and he does a lot of the warding, and then Kuro gets a really expensive item like a Force Staff or a Blink Dagger, and then the idea is that you make something happen with it. In this game, I made very little happen with my extra farm, other than the fact that I have more levels. I got like, what, 2 levels out of this or something like this, and now we're stacking all the camps, and this is really good for our team and all. But a gank happened mid, for example, nobody was there to cover him, and that could be seen as a mistake from us. I think he got Fiend's Grip, I don't know for sure. It's not showing whether or not my opponents have diamonds or not, unless they all just use them, but we'll see later. But maybe if I was in the mid lane, I could have thrown an Ice Path to stop the Fiend's Grip, and it would have been all A-okay. So, I know that they're preparing to push in, so I'm just going to hide by the trees right here. Just in case they dive, maybe I'll be able to get a nuke off or something like that. Puck is level 10, I believe he just got a Blink Dagger, so he's actually doing pretty well this game.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
My Ice Path was pretty shit. Basically it was a panic. It was like, oh shit, they see me, I might as well try to get somebody.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
I did get a dual breath off on the Visage, which is really good actually. But basically I should stay on the outside parts of the team fight. This is really important for Jakiro, because if you get too close, it's pretty hard to land up your disables. My dual breath landed on a carry and another support, so that was pretty good. I didn't realize that guy was there. And even if he does phase shift, the start of the Ice Path, no big deal, because once he comes out, he'll get stunned, and then I can guarantee you dual breath a lot of damage. Okay, the reason that dual breath is really good against Visage, because if you guys know the way that his armor works, if you take a player-based source of damage, it removes 1 armor layer, which means that the subsequent sources do more and more damage. So this technically means that my first 2 blasts of dual breath don't really do that much, because those are the primary, it's like 100 damage, and it does a bunch of tick, but the tick will actually lower his armor really low. So our Drow Ranger is going to die more or less for nothing there on the top lane. Again, there's a pretty good wave bot. There isn't a lot of ward coverage there, but he could go farm the bot lane. So, I'm level 7 now. There's a couple things I could do. I could farm small camps. I'm kind of low on mana though, so I didn't really want to like burn all of my mana doing a jungle, but it's something that I could do with my time. So I was like, alright, well I guess I'll just go bot. Drow Ranger's dead. Timbersaw doesn't really need defense. Our Darkseer's on the top lane, and Rubik is up there as well, so I feel like we were really unorganized this game, that's for sure. It's a bunch of people that we haven't played with, so... And I was playing support for once, so yeah, I don't know as much of what to do, and I don't usually lead anybody. Because usually when you're playing like the offlane role, you kind of do your own thing until somebody says like, alright, let's go team fight. So, I usually play it a lot safer. But anyways, I picked up Arcane Boots on the bot lane. I also picked up a level 8, so my Ice Path is now maxed out. This is a 2.2 second disable, yeah, and 100 magic damage, so it's pretty good.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
From here, if there's a team fight or anything, I can show up for that. I think our Rubik is getting dived now.
You took that.
Not very good for him, so I'm getting ready to show up.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
It is pretty important, honestly, to land Ice Paths on Lifestealer if you can. The nice thing is that if he just simply doesn't react fast enough, then we can easily disable him. And if he's stunned, he can't armlet toggle, things like that. I don't know if he actually has armlet yet, but I guess if we could check the items. He does have armlet, so who knows? Maybe he would have juked a lot more otherwise. Ice Path's really nice though. I mean, you can stay on the outside of the team fight and you can just land a fairly reliable disable. I'm gonna help kill this bird if possible. Yeah, they definitely did get that. But Arcane Boots, Jakiro is pretty much all you really need to have enough mana. I like Arcane Boots, Wand is great. Urn is really good. A lot of pro level players, some of the Force supports have been buying Urn almost every single game. I kind of think that one person should buy it every game. I think it's really useful. I wish I would have been coordinated with that. I still got him anyways, I guess. I guess we got a double kill out of that one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
We're also able to kill the puck there. Right. So we got a lot of kills.
Dire's middle tower.
The importance of this here literally relies on how good your ice paths are, honestly. That's like almost everything about Jakiro.
Dire's structures are fortified.
There's not a lot of heroes that have AoE stuns, essentially. I mean, the nuke damage is very low. Most nukes do like 5 or 300 magic damage or something, like a Vengeful Magic Missile or something. Telekinesis obviously not doing any damage, but most stuns do a moderate amount of damage. Ice Path only does 100, but I mean, the AoE aspect and the they can walk into it aspect is really useful. So, for now, things are going okay. I'm now level 9. Maybe the extra EXP really did pay off, it's kind of hard to say. I've been actually using Ice Path a lot more than Dual Breath. Though obviously sometimes I'll use Dual Breath for the extra damage, but... I wanted to try to lock down the follow-up, basically. And then I had a zoning Macro Pyre. Puck was able to turn around on me with his wand. So important things that I did there. I'm gonna go free camera really quick to talk about positioning, I guess after this fight is over. Fights just don't stop, guys. Fights don't stop. Well, basically, whatever, it doesn't matter.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Basically, if you get into bad situations, you want to create a zone out with the Jakiro Ice Path as well as the Macro Pyre. It's really important to do this. Really, really important to do this. And now it's going to lag while it redoes my player perspective. There we go. Alright. So Macro Pyre is a pretty good nuke, 100 damage per second, it lasts for 7 seconds. I did it for zoning, throw out the Ice Path first, throw out the Macro Pyre. If my Dual Breath would have hit the Lifestealer, it would have been a lot better as well when I ended up stunning the puck. I thought I could maybe get a kill, but I probably should have just thrown my nukes and run away. There's not really a lot of cases where a support hero can trade with a mid to get a kill. Like, you have to really... They have to be really close to dying before you're willing to trade, and I shouldn't have tried trading with the puck because he was able to do a magic nuke on me. A double magic nuke, I think. He must have silenced and orbed me. I'm not quite sure, though. But did a lot of damage. So for now, I'll just cover the bot lane until the push comes through. I picked up a Ring of Regen here. I believe the Darkstream made a mech, so I didn't really have to, so I was going to go Force Staff instead. Force Staff is almost always the best first item to get on a 4 position hero, in my opinion. Now, I want to prevent him from denying. The tower is not deniable, I believe. But we could contest this, and in fact, Blitz wants to just put it down. So I wanted to stun the Bane, see if he committed, and he actually did not. Normally you wait till they're about to deny it, and then you stun them. That works really well. But I just wanted to like set up the kill, if possible. So he ended up getting scared and backed off, so we got the last hit, so we got the important thing. I don't know who put that ward up there aggressively. I don't... Is that me? I feel like I might have. Because I know we were preparing to take the towers. Yeah, I think I did put that one down. I must have done it when I wasn't in directed mode, but I put the ward over here, this one on the left. That was really weird.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower has fallen.
We got a little too scared of the birds here. But basically, I knew that we were going to go for the tier 1 tower, so we wanted to make sure that that we had some vision behind it. We could see if the team was going to come team fight. I placed another ward here because we're planning to take Roshan. We talked about this a bit, so we now have ward vision coming to the right of Roshan. We have ward vision coming from the top of Roshan. The only place we don't really have good vision from is over in this area, so we could use a ward there, but we ended up losing to mid tower. Looks like we recently lost the top tower as well, but that's not really that big of a deal. We should be probably just either team fighting or taking Roshan. I mean, we have good vision and we have a Jakiro, so it's not like our team fight won't be very good. So great vacuum there. So despite the uphill sucking a little bit, it still worked out really nice. He vacuumed right on top of my ice path, so everybody got a little disabled. I now have liquid fire to pick up, which means that I can reduce Roshan's attack speed. You can use ice path to disable Roshan if you're interested, but usually it's not worth doing that.
Roshan has fallen to the Radiant.
And I'm able to buy my Force Staff now as well, which is pretty useful. So things are going pretty well. Again, I didn't necessarily like ice path just for the vacuum. Like, I didn't communicate that at all, but it's just nice to get the stun on pretty much anybody. If you stun at least one guy in a team fight, you're pretty well off. And especially stunning a hero like Bane is very useful. Just trying to shut that down. I could have also maybe just waited until he's going for Fiend's Grip. Is something else that you can do. Since your range is so long, you can sit towards the back of the fight, wait till a core hero is vulnerable, and then from range you nail them. It's kind of like a fissure in some ways. You can play kind of like a ranged Earthshaker. I really wanted to chase that guy, honestly.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I think that was a cancelled TP.
Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
I missed the ice path on the puck, but I did get the Bane, so that was pretty okay. That was just in case the Lifestealer popped out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
As you guys can see, 24 minutes. Slight mistake for me, my ice path was off there, but... Just to follow up stun to possibly catch him. And maybe he could have forced back the Rubik, or forced out the Rubik there as well. But yeah, if my ice path would have landed a little bit better, it would have been a lot better. We probably could have saved a Rubik at least.
Top tower is under attack.
So I definitely think it's worth it leveling a Macro Pyre. If you're having mana problems, like if you don't have Arcane Boots and you're in a bad situation, I would maybe not level it up, because it costs 100 more mana to cast it for only 40 more damage per second. So consider leaving that neglected. Again, Liquid Fire application on towers does damage, reduces attack speed. I really wanted to go on the puck there. I was a little upset that he didn't get silenced. The Dry Ranger should have silenced him immediately afterwards, so we could have killed him, like right there. Unfortunately, I used my stun right before
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. I'll just retrieve my arrows. Dire's top barracks are under attack. At this point, we're just kind of diving for fun. I think we did 20 damage, guys. It's really nice to have Ghost Scepter, though. Unfortunately, he raged through that one, so I'll just force staff him. And again, just kind of nail them where you think that they're going to be running to.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's middle tower
And Surge is really
under
useful.
attack. Dire's bottom barracks are under attack.
So basically, things got out of control because of team fights. We just seriously kept team fighting better than them.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yelling.
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Ghost Scepter is an obvious pickup against a Lifestealer. You should always get a Ghost Scepter as a support versus a Lifestealer, because there's my smoke.
Dire's bottom
Just like my
barracks
smoke
are under
usage.
attack.
It's so good. Should we smoked right under a ward there? It's pretty funny. Darkseer very happily picks up a regen. I don't know where I'm going to buy. What am I doing? Are you trying to communicate with allies? It's like some alien Morse code right now. Liquid Fire is really good. It's really a good passive, honestly, as a support. It just gives you something to do. It's like you throw your Ice Path into your both in Macro Pyre, and then you find their carry and you right click him once, and then his attack speed is reduced heavily for the next couple seconds. So great. My next goal is actually to buy a pipe, I believe. So I picked up a Ring of Health here. So also put my HP back up to full, which actually I did with the mech, but I maybe should have gone to the side shop and just purchased a cloak, though, because my HP regen was already at like 5, which is pretty good. If I would have grabbed a cloak, then it would allow me to survive burst better. Ring of Health does very little against burst. It only heals you like 15 HP during burst, because between when you start taking damage and where you die, that's only how much Ring of Health gives you, essentially. Assuming you're full HP. Unfortunately, we all got shackled together, so that hurt a lot. I wasn't able to use Force Staff or the Ghost Scepter.
That is one less voice in my head.
Killing spree.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Feeling. Hey, don't tell me to calm down. I have calm.
Yeah, Fiend's Grip is pretty good against Timbersaw. So, unfortunately, we got shackled. Kind of stops the whole Ghost Scepter, Force Staff, never dying thing. But, oh well. So, for now, we all tab. Stare at creeps, endlessly battling in the mid lane.
Actions are
Dire's top barracks are under attack.
Dire's top barracks has
I'm sick
fallen.
with the Jar Ranger. They're all gonna TP out. And we should be able to just push in again, I believe. There's a lot of dead trees. Die creeps. I'm not a huge fan of that ward there. I would kind of wish it was high ground instead, personally. But it's still a pretty good ward, because it does confine them in their base a lot. We should see them leaving their top base. We should see them leaving the middle of the base. And then we should just push bottom, honestly. Or wait for Roshan and then push in. Either option is pretty good. So for now we wait for kills. It's Roshan timer. I think we were waiting for this. Oh, yeah, then I saw a big stack. And I was like, hey. Those are all the ones that the Windrunner actually stacked early on in the game. So I decided to stack one more time. This later became integrated in our plans. I don't know if the stack failed there or not. I think I hit it at the right time. I'm not entirely sure. You're supposed to wait a second after, like 54, or are you supposed to go 52? Maybe you're supposed to pull a little earlier when there's a big wave, because they always get clumped up and stuck. Probably would be better to do it earlier. To do like 52 pull against a bigger stack. That makes more sense to me. So I think we organized to take the Ancients, and then we were going to go push high ground, I believe. I pointed out there was a manly stack there, so now we just wanted to make sure that the push, it looked like the push was consistent, so I wanted to wait for the creep wave, and then I should be able to just nuke this down, and then it won't be as easy for them to actually attack us without it being obvious. Like if they run past the creep wave, for example. So creeps are quite dead. Roshan should be up soon. Might need a ward on the high ground. I don't remember if the Rubik was purchasing them at this point or not. I was definitely playing more before than he was. And here comes Roshan any second. Roshan. Getting flashbacks. I played this game last night that was really frustrating. And this one reminds me of for some reason. I'm not really sure why my team was so scared, honestly. Like, we have pretty good items. Dryanger has a butterfly and a manta and a helm of the Dominator. But we were playing quite safe. But I think we're very, very far away. Yeah, we have a really big old advantage. We should not be scared about fighting at all. Yeah, the puck hesitated really heavily there. I don't think he saw us coming or something. Did we even have high ground vision? I don't think we did. We just ran high ground, and then I landed the ice path on him, and the ice path caught him without him dodging or initiating or phase shifting or whatever. And then the life stealer came out, and he wasn't able to rage in time because the ice path caught him. So two people, their two most important heroes by far, got stunned immediately, and then they got silenced, and then we won the game basically. And a buyback from Lifestealer, and we just killed him. He was actually hexed by the Darkseer, but...
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
See, I was pretty happy with Jakiro here. I think he worked out really well. It's a little annoying to play against a Lifestealer with Ice Path, but at least I don't have to worry about his disables. Like, if I don't have to worry about getting too close to him when he rages, I could just always stay at like 700 units or something. Like, outside of its initiation range, I can stay away and just throw the Ice Path and disable him as he's preparing to initiate, or as his rage is running out. And even if I'm a little too early, as soon as the rage runs out, he'll get triggered for the stun. I think their Windrunner obviously did a bad job sapping EXP or playing the offlane. But other than that, I think team fighting is pretty fun with Jakiro. You just wait until people get a little grouped. You throw an Ice Path. Like, for example, when they were all in the river, they were all going to go high ground, so I just threw the Ice Path in a place where they were going to for sure walk through, things like that. So just land Ice Paths in good spots, and then it guarantees that you end up getting disabled. So you didn't really see me do that much follow-up. It was a lot of skill shot Ice Paths this game, and their skill level obviously impacted that a lot as well. I'm sure if they were better players, they were going to be less likely for me to land those, but ended up working out okay. Game was pretty fun, and that is Jakiro. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Support Jakiro, and a little bit talking about like warding and stuff. Maybe I could have focused more on that, but whatever. Anyway, it's Jakiro gameplay. That's how you play support. Land your Ice Paths. Make sure your carries get EXP and last hits, and I'm going to go stream. So if you guys want to watch me play, go to purgegamers.com/stream. If you guys want to watch on Twitch TV, you can also do that same place. Basically, just different embeds. That is at twitch.tv/purgegamers. Either one works, and I'll see you guys on the stream soon. And yeah, I think that's about it. All right, bye, guys.